Barcelona dramatic late win in the Champions League yesterday against Benfica in Portugal. Liverpool have qualified to the round of 16 automatically, even though the round playing hasn't finished. Aston Villa lost to Monaco. What a Champions League drama last night. And if you just join us and you are new with me, it's Emmanuel. Welcome to Ashili Sports. If you are new, hit the subscription button, like and share the video. And hey, your opinions are highly welcome. Kudos to Barcelona. Yeah, the high line with high risk lost the game yesterday, and it was rather unfortunate. And sometimes I do blame VAR, whether the last minute penalty for Benfica was really a penalty or not. We are going to discuss into details of the Champions League. And hey, it's gonna be Wucho. And let's go. Barcelona, yesterday, it was like cracker of a game, losing the game after first half, 3-1 away from home. Benfica bottling it in the end. Your preview of it before we move into details.
Yeah, I think so far it's one of the best Champions League matches you ever witness, at a proper Champions League night. Yesterday they served us, a very nice game and a very nice football match. I think, it's one of the best games I've watched in the Champions League. Barcelona coming down from 3-1, coming to win the game with the last kick of the game. I think, it was just mind-blowing. Producing 9 goals at the end of the match too means they really gave us a delightful game.
They really give us a delightful game. And talking about Barcelona and their flops, or maybe the formation they are playing. I don't know whether Hansen Flick actually likes the way they are playing or not, but it doesn't sound very good. Because any team that watch how Barcelona play and study them, probably you will know their flaws. And the high line they are playing actually affected them that much yesterday. Is it an ideal formation for Barcelona, or he's just trying something else? Because in the beginning it was working perfectly, even in the La Liga. They were topping the league with a lot of points. But right now they have fallen to third position in La Liga. Should he change a way of style, or Hansen Flick should just continue? The players hasn't adapted that kind of formation or style.
Yeah, to every formation there are advantages and disadvantages to it. So I think we've seen them use the same formation against teams like Bayern Munich and teams like Real Madrid, and it has yielded results for them. Yesterday, for instance, I think their problems with their goalkeeper was Sejny. He didn't get a good day. Yeah, in fact, it was one of the terrible games I've watched him in post for Barcelona. Yeah, he didn't get a good day. But with the high line of Barcelona, it has been giving them the results. And I think as a Flick is one coach who sticks to his plan. So, maybe they will do 1 or 2 changes in the setup, but for the formation, when you're attacking, you get the numbers in the attack. That is one thing that is an advantage with the high line. You get the numbers when you're attacking because the defenders are, almost behind the center circle, sorry. So you get the numbers in front. But when you're defending, that is where it becomes a problem. And you have pacey wingers in the opposition half. It becomes a problem because when they lock the ball at the back of the defenders and the wingers who are very pacey, it becomes very difficult for the wing backs to also track them down. So I think with their formation, yesterday, for instance, they could have lost the game and they could have also drawn the game. But fortunately for them, they got the late winner. And I think, if they only to stick to this plan and go on with this high line, they have to make changes in the team. Some defenders will also have to be included in the setup so that if they go for it, they will know that they are secure, and if they are also attacking them too, they will know that they are secured.
Yeah, they will know that they are secured. And Bruno Lage was incredible with his formation, with the style of play, and they didn't play much of the football, but the goals was just coming. And they could have even scored more goals against Barcelona, because at a point I saw Barcelona even using the center line to set offside for their opponent, which was very, very high risk. And I heard the commentator saying high line, high risk for Barcelona. But what bring the controversial? The controversial about this game was the 9-minute goal. Leading to that goal, there was a penalty committed committed by Barcelona for Benfica. But VAR look at it and ignore it, and then the goal was able to stand. I think it was just a clear penalty, just that the VAR didn't want to interrupt the show. Or what's your view on that?
Yeah, I think some of these referee errors is becoming, is becoming or becoming in European nights. We've seen so many incidents that the VAR has intervened, even incidents that were not that serious. The VAR intervened and, took decision. But looking at what happened yesterday, I think, the VAR should have called for the referee to, come to the monitor and, view the thing before they even proceed to Barcelona going to score their goal. Because whenever such incidents happen, most of the players are looking forward to the referee. So their concentration is not that on the game. So the opposition will take advantage of that and, score a goal. So I think, yesterday, the best thing was that the VAR should have intervened. And I don't know whether it was the dying numbers of the game, that is why the VAR ignored it. But anything that has to do with football changes the narrative of everything. Because yesterday, if Benfica had that penalty, they could have gone 5-4 up against Barcelona. But in the other way around, that same thing affected them, and Barcelona also took the advantage of that and, got the field goal. So yes, I think, the referee is also a human. Sometimes these human errors happen. That's why we brought the technology to assist them. But if the technology is not doing its work, then, we have to blame the referees who are behind the VR. And I think, it was just a hard luck for Benfica, because I thought maybe they had a chance to score a goal. They had a legitimate claim that ball was a penalty. And for me, I think it was a penalty, but just that the VAR overruled it and the Barcelona got the field goal.
They continue to be on top of the league table, and they have qualified automatically to the round of 16. What do you make up of Liverpool performance in the Champions League this year?
Yeah, they are one of the best teams in Europe at the moment, so I'm not surprised by the results that happened. I mean, I would say Metropole did very well yesterday, standing against a team like Liverpool at Anfield and, getting the 2-1. I think they didn't do bad at all. But what can we say? They've qualified to the quarterfinals automatically, so they are waiting for the playoff. Then the teams that will come in, they will play against them in the quarterfinals. They're one of the teams I'm tipping to win the Champions League this season, because Arne Slot is doing a very good job with the Liverpool set. Though he's new to the team and, new to the players, but he's finding his feet and, working with the right guy. Mohamed Salah, we can't say much about him. He's been doing this consistently for over and over, and, for consistently for some seasons now. So we shouldn't even talk much about Mohamed Salah. I think Liverpool are just, the Liverpool we used to know. They gave us a proper Champions League performance last night. And what can we say about them? We are just hoping that they will continue this same performance and, give us that game in the quarterfinals and maybe progress to the semifinals. And even who knows, they might be in Munich for the finals this season. Well, that depends on Mohamed Salah. If he feels he's tired with the club and he wants to go get another challenge, that one's a different thing. We've seen players like, Sadio Mane and the other guys living at the point, because at a point, players become fed up with tactics and, they become used to whatever they are doing at the club. So they want new challenges. And the rumors came last season that he wanted to move and, things got, a bit difficult for him. He couldn't move. Maybe at the end of this season, you'll not see Mohamed Salah in the Liverpool jersey anymore. And he's paid his dues to the Liverpool team, and there's nothing that the fans can talk about that maybe he didn't contribute much to whatever Liverpool has achieved now. They can't say anything about it. So if he's to leave at the end of the season, I think he's paid his dues, and they are very proud of him.
And Aston Villa right now, they are threatening to go out of the round of those 8 teams that are actually qualifying to the round of 16. But then they are in the last position with a lot of teams having the same points with them. It's just the goals difference that they are on top there. So right now, the next game means that they need to win that next game in order to maintain that position. Do you think Aston Villa will qualify automatically to the round of 16? With yesterday's performance against Monaco, losing to Monaco away from home.
Going into yesterday's game, I felt like they were going to win the game and, secure their spots in the top 8. But things got, sideways, and they lost the game 1-0 to Monaco. And I think sometimes these things happen. They played against Arsenal, just last weekend. So sometimes the players will be tired, fatigue, and other things will set in. Traveling to France to play Monaco and other stuff. Sometimes these things happen in football. These upsets happen in football. So I don't blame them much. And I think, Unai Emery will sit down with his boys, and maybe the next game they will get 3 points and, secure their spots in the top 8.
Next time they will get the 8 points and secure their spot in the top 8 for sure. And other results that are happening yesterday is Monaco winning 1-0 against Aston Villa at home. Atlanta winning 5 2-0 against Grass, and Atletico de Madrid also winning 2-1 against Bayern at home, and Benfica, Barcelona winning 5-4 away from home. And also Bologna won their game by 2-1 against Borussia Dortmund. Club Brugge, Juventus ended 0-0 in Belgium. And hey, another game that was absolutely massive is PSV winning away from home against Crevena by 3-2, and Liverpool 2-1 in Anfield against Lille. The last but not the least was Stuttgart winning 3-1 against Slovan Bratislava. And that is how yesterday Champions League ended. And we'll be giving you today on as well. So just stay tuned and we could be giving you live watch along and post match for sure. And if you just join us and you are new, remember to hit the subscription button, like and share the video. And hey, your opinions are highly, highly welcome. We'll see you in the next video. Ciao.